Well, hey guys, Bart from Bicycle Rider YouTube, and I'm here in the Ari Showroom, formerly Ari. So as you guys know, that's a D2C direct-to-consumer brand that has been around since about 2005, but they've really been making strides in getting people on bikes, helping them with price point, but giving them amazing quality and features for that. So as a direct-to-consumer brand, that means that they're shipping the bikes directly from their factory to you. Now this, I'm going to call Ari a hybrid brand because, look, brick and mortar. I'm in their showroom right now, and anybody can walk into their showroom right here in Bentonville, Arkansas. Now the Wire Peak is a bike that I would like to talk about. It's electrified, dual suspension mountain bike at an amazing value. So what Ari is giving you here in the Wire Peak is an aluminum framed bike, quality suspension components, Shimano motor, and a very well designed frame at a great value. So as I've been comparing the different e-mountain bikes, and yes, you guys know me, I'm a bicycle lover. I love all bikes, and e-mountain bikes are in that category. So Bentonville has such a vast trail system that it's nice to be able to explore on an e-mountain bike. It's nice being able to ride some of the trails on an e-mountain bike that I have a hard time with my regular bike. And you guys know I'm I'm a very advanced mountain bike rider, but we rented a couple bikes the other day, and it was a blast taking these around Bentonville and actually seeing more terrain and not getting worn out. As an over 55-year-old athlete, I find out recovery is important. And after 4 or 5 days on my analog pedal bikes, my legs were shot, but the trails were so far, I wanted to keep going. So we rented a couple of the Wire Peak Ari bikes and had an amazing time. As you know, I'm a cross-country racer, and here in Bentonville, there's a lot of flow and jump trail. I actually jump much better on the e-mountain bike than I do my trail bike or my race bike. I was very impressed with the handling and the power distribution coming from the Shimano motor here on the Ari Wire Peak. The Wire Peak is named after a mountain range in Idaho where the mother company is just a little bit south of Salt Lake City. They test and tune these bikes. I was riding the DVO Diamond E3 fork. Basically, I'm gonna call it a Suntour fork, but a little bit on the higher end. I believe they're actually made in the Suntour factory. I've been riding Suntour components since I was a kid riding BMX, so they're not new to the group, but everybody recognizes RockShox and Fox. Well, to save a little money and still give an amazing value, they put DVO Diamond E3 fork on there, and I'm not calling it Suntour, but it was a very good handling fork, both on the front and the rear. So this is the Opal HV, a high volume. And the way this rocker suspension worked was absolutely fantastic. I was able to tackle the trails all over Bentonville, from the beginner paved trails to the blue trails to the black diamond trails. I mean, I took this bike everywhere. A full day riding on one battery charge. So it is an all mountain 145 by 150, so it's basically a 160 150 suspension. This is their aluminum frame. They do make this similar bike in a carbon frame, but with the aluminum frame you save a little bit of money, and it is a high quality hydro aluminum fork. And they have done an amazing paint job, and the paint job is actually has like a coating on it that helps it from getting scratched and beat up. So DB8 fork or DB8 brakes. I mean, this bike actually was really an amazing value over some of the other brands that I've sold myself. So I've spent a lot of time on e-mountain bikes when I had the bike shop, and now I get to ride them as a demo here in Bentonville. So If you're interested in an e-mountain bike, and why not? They're such a blast. It doesn't matter what kind of bike rider you are. Having one of these in the arsenal is great. Puts a smile on your face, and it keeps your legs turning when you might be worn out. Let me show you around a little bit. This is another model here. Now this one has the RockShox on it, and it's got the X Fusion on the back. So once again, a little bit different color platform, but super cool bike. Stands rims on it. Now this one's got the WTB rims. The one I was riding had the stands, and I've been a fan of stands for a long time. This one comes with a 29 2.5, nice solid tire that was super grippy on the trails. It helps you with that confidence. Very high quality parts. This one's got that EP8 motor on it, and this one has the this is the other Shimano motor that they have with the SRAM. So look up the prices on these bikes. Very, I'm going to say, beyond competitive. If you're looking for an e-mountain bike, definitely look at the Ari Wire Peak. If you have a little bit more money to spend, they've got another model over here that's really cool too. And I haven't ridden this bike, but this is the Temp Peak. So basically the carbon fiber version of that bike, but this one is 170, so a little bit more suspension on that. And then the one I really want to try is the Nebo Peak, a little bit lighter weight, a little bit smaller suspension too. So this is 140, 150. Anyway, a lot of choices at Ari, and it's so hard to beat the value that Ari is putting out for the quality of bike and price point. And if you're worried about D2C, direct to consumer, just know that these guys have a great story, a great reputation. They are a local bike shop. We're actually taking a group ride from here tonight with the Friends of Arkansas single track. It's called Fast, and tonight we're doing a big group ride from the Ari store. So it might be a direct to consumer brand, but give them credit for being a brick and mortar at the same time, for having local riders, part of the community, coming out here to ride bikes with us and showcase their models. So if you're interested, take a trip to Bentonville and hop on one of these yourselves. So it's not one of those models you can't look, touch, and feel. If you are also interested in other style bikes, I mean, we've got plenty of analog bikes that Ari has too. A lot of them are award-winning frames and designs. And Ari has a super cool story. So check out the Ari story. It's not your typical direct-to-consumer brand, and it's one that I want to see stick around for a while. So right now, if I had to make a bike purchase in 2026, I would certainly put Ari at the top of my list to research. So do your research on Ari, the brand. Do your research on the Wire Peak if you're interested in a full suspension mountain bike, in more of a, I don't want to call it a good value, and if you have more to spend, believe me, there's bikes that are higher in price. But I sure enjoyed my ride on the Ari Wire Peak, and I'm sure you will too. High quality bike, and let me know in the comments what you think competes against this bike price wise. I don't think there's much on the market that matches the quality build, the engineering, and the price point and the customer service of the Wire Peak. If you know something, let me know. And I know, in the UK, there's some different models out there. I know there's a lot of Canyon and stuff out there, but in America, what do you think competes against this for the price? I think it's kind of blowing the competition away. Ari's doing a great job of that. Let me know what you feel in the comments.